Hey everybody, and welcome back to American Truck Simulator and the life and times of Deke Stone, owner-operator of Pony Express Transport. A lot has changed in a very short time period. We're now up to 10 drivers in our little Pony Express Transport company. It breaks down to 2 virtual drivers in-game and 7 or 8, including myself, real drivers in Trucksbook.eu's virtual trucking company of Pony Express Transport. We have all kinds of folks running loads all around the country. Great to see. Everyone is proud to be representing Pony Express Transport. Today we've got a load. We've got a tractor here we need to haul from Sunshine Crops in TwinFalls, Idaho to Sunshine Crops in Provo, Utah. They are head over heels busy with harvest, and apparently they're down a tractor. So we are bringing them a tractor to help them out. And while we're down there, well, we're going to go ahead and kind of explore the Southwest and have more and more folks learn about Pony Express Transport. It's been pretty good financially. Also, been able to pay off 4 of our 5 bank loans. I have to say, at 12% interest. Getting those paid off has been a pretty big relief. Still owe $370,000 on our big loan. And again, at 12% interest, that is about $5,800 per day. Pay that loan back off. But we are not out of the woods, so to speak. Still waiting on our replacement custom box trailer. So that'll be arriving here in a couple weeks. Big trucker news. Wow, Western Star just released a new 49X, and wow, she is a looker. I've been talking with some local in and it seems like there's just a few out west here, a couple down in Canada, or in California, one up here in Utah. Apparently the only chassis that they can get currently is a day cab. Even if I was bitter in a Western Star for myself, I mean, we just got this truck. Even if I were crazy enough to consider getting a Western Star myself, I have to wait a while until we can get sleeper chassis. Well, now that I've got the wonders of a sleeper chassis, I really don't want to go back. Having to look for a hotel every single night on the road, like it's old. It gets old really quick. They were telling me that they could put a custom paint job on that truck, so I have to look at it financially if I can get the the 49X for less than the W900, and well, I might consider moving the fleet over slowly, as we need to replace the trucks. But since we've got both the trucks we have are fairly new, we'll just be getting W9 or sorry, 49Xs. I keep wanting to go W900. Might mean getting some 49Xs for new drivers as we bring them on. Ohio, you're out here a little far, aren't you, buddy? Great chasm. Snake River. Never gets old. Seems like there's always somebody out here on the bridge taking pictures. America. I don't know if I work for Trans Am. I think I would forget I was driving a truck. I want to go quick. All right, you gonna let me in? Let me slide in here. Thank you, sir, very, very much. Anybody knows if there's a what's the keystroke for hazard lights? H? That's horn. Ah, flashers. Yep. There we go, flashers. That's what I need. I need to do a little flashy when a trucker lets me in. Load won't take too terribly long to get down here, but it will be dark by the time we get down to our destination. Like I said, I'm going to try to hook a load down to Nevada or New Mexico. Oh. Gotta turn it off here. What am I doing? Whoa! Oh, we got an accident up here or something? What's going on? Oh my gosh. What do you do? What was the exit I needed to take? What do you do, buddy? Well, let's see where we get rerouted to this time. So let's talk a little bit about Pony Express Transport and our virtual trucking company. So this may be the first time you're watching this ATS series on Pony Express Transport. You might be wondering what's going on. Well, I started this series back when I started a brand new profile in American Truck Sim, and I kind of wanted to do a little bit of a role play, and I role played out that our name was Deke Stone, and we were heading out on our own after working for the man, so to speak, for a long time at other truck companies. We were basically fed up with working for the man, and we were looking forward to being our own boss. So we started Pony Express Transport and headed out on our own. Got a garage in TwinFalls, Idaho. Started running more local jobs and building up a reputation, expanding out until we were eventually able to buy our own trailer. At the time, we've got a custom Pony Express transport trailer that we use. And then we ran cargo just all up and down the northwest of the United States. And at one point, well, we got enough money, got enough experience, if you will, to hire on some new drivers, expand our garage. And once we did that, we also officially launched on trucksbook.eu the Pony Express VTC, or Virtual Trucking Company. Feeling we're gonna off here. And for anyone that might not be familiar with what a virtual trucking company is, well, it is just that. It is a trucking company that I've set up that ATS or ETS players, for that fact, can join. And when you join, you basically run loads. And as you run loads in-game, either multiplayer or single player, your loads count toward Pony Express Transport. You still get the money, you still get the experience points, you don't lose anything in your single player profile or your multiplayer profile. But what you do is basically contribute to the trucking company. And we have 7 real drivers participating in our VTC at the moment, including myself. That would be a total of 8. We have 2 virtual drivers here in this game save. So overall, our Pony Express Transport Trucking Company has 10 drivers running loads all up and down the west of the United States. Something else that is a pretty cool feature of the VTC is that we can dispatch loads to players. So you let me know what city and state you're in, what type of load you want to haul, and where you want to take it. And I can go into the Trucks Book website and basically set that load up for you. Next time you launch the game, you'll be able to pick up that load. That's exactly what we did with this load. Is I knew I was in TwinFalls. I knew I wanted to go south. Picked a city that I hadn't been to yet, Provo. And basically I looked at the businesses that are in TwinFalls and decided that, you know what, let's haul a tractor to a farm in Provo. So I set that up. Then when I launched into the game, I was able to pick that load. And that's the load we're running right now. Here we are. When I picked the load, it said tractors. I thought we possibly might get a load that had a pair of tractors on it. That's okay. Look, dude, if you're not going to come out, that was plenty of time for you to pull out. I know you got a flammable load, overly cautious. So if you want to participate in the virtual trucking company, pretty easy to do so. All you need to do is go over to trucksbook.eu, sign up with an account if you don't already have one, download the trucksbook.eu client on your computer. Car, just stop there on the on-ramp. Install that client on your PC, and the client needs to run in the background. Then basically when you're running jobs, you don't need to do anything in game. When you run jobs in game, as long as trucksbook.eu's client is running on your PC, it'll basically upload your load data, trip information, where you were, where you went, how far the load was, what the load was, to our virtual trucking company. And the miles you log, money you earn, basically virtually gets applied to the VTC as profit. But as I said, you don't lose anything in single player. Not like your loads suddenly pay less, not like you give a percentage to VTC. My bank account in this profile doesn't magically increase when you deliver loads. Well, that would be nice, because then I could finance more drivers, more trucks. Miles. Dark. Getting dark. So while we are doing our role play, there will be times that I will discuss loads that VCT drivers have run as if they are employees of the trucking company. Well, they are. Might make up fun little stories about drivers. When my schedule frees up a little bit, we might try to coordinate some Pony Express transport truckers MP sessions. Then at that point I can go in and we can dispatch out to all the people participating of specific loads from one city to the next city, so that we all run a big long convoy. sprites. Figure out what on earth's going on. So some questions that I've been asked about our virtual trucking company. Are there any rules? No. The rule is to have fun. No load limits. There's no minimum load distance, no maximum load distance. No number of loads expected to be delivered per day, per week, per month. We're not trying to be the top VTC. Not trying to reach a certain number of miles per month or anything. This is all for fun, and it's all to kind of expand the Pony Express Transport roleplay, if you will. But if you want something that's super structured, has stringent rules on always driving within the speed limits, always obeying all the rules of the road, having to run a specific paint scheme, having to run specific truck configuration, well, this VTC isn't for you. If you're looking to just do something and have some fun while you do it, and kind of add to the potential storylines that I have with respect to the VTC roleplay, then come on in. So I've got links in the description below to Discord to join. You join the Discord, you need to put in that you are interested in Pony Express Transport. That way I can get you the right role assigned. In that Discord channel, there is pinned information related to joining the VTC. There's information if you want to download and run the custom Pony Express Transport trailers. Good friend Rockhound made up for us. There's links to get that in there, information on how to install that in your game if you haven't used mods or if you haven't manually put mods into your mod folder. There's information there on how to do that. Pretty much everything you need to get started is in that Discord channel. I don't even know where on earth we are now. Now that we got rerouted, we are in Utah. Or at least in the right state. Seeing signs for Las Vegas has me a little concerned. In American Truck Simulator news, a early beta of 1.39 just dropped into Steam. I'm not running it. I didn't want to mess up this profile, risking running that. But there's always potential for that kind of thing, of course. But yeah, it brings in lowboy trailers that are buyable. So if you own trailers, if your profile's high enough to buy a lowboy trailer, you have the capability of doing that. The Provo coming up. There's also some enhancements. They added the kind of the landmark spotlight feature that was first introduced in Idaho to Oregon and Washington. That's cool. I really like that feature. That's where you trigger kind of a cinematic sequence. You get to certain areas of certain states and cities. I was hoping they would expand that into Colorado, but it looks like we get Washington and Oregon in the beta 1.39. You want to give the beta a try out? Well, that's how you do it. You just need to go to Steam. You need to opt in to the beta program. You right click on American Truck Sim, pick properties in Steam. There is a tab for betas. Pick that. Pick the beta that's listed 139. Your system will download the files. Next time you launch the game, you'll be running the beta. Probably going to be 4-5 weeks until the 139 drops in the base game. I am expecting Colorado to drop in November. So that's about the right time frame also. Colorado to be dropping. I know that I've got a pretty busy November with Farm Sim. It only makes sense that Colorado would be also dropping in November. Right? You can't just have one big thing going on. You gotta have multiple things that you need to do. Those that are watching the Pros versus Joes Farm Sim Challenge, that's taking up a good bit of my time in October. And then, of course, as soon as that starts, NetRunner drops a new public test server build with Season 2 of the Seasons Pass. Includes a pair of maps into Canada and some other features. Of course, I haven't had a chance to really fire that up and explore that map at all. Run. Whoa, whoa. In here just before 1:30 in the morning. You guys will wake up and find this tractor here ready to be used to help them out with their harvest. Awesome. Turn around and try to slot this thing in with where it needs to go. Well, thank you guys for coming out and watching today's video on American Truck Simulator and the Pony Express Transport Roleplay. We weren't super deep into our roleplay dialogue today. I'm going to talk a little bit about the BTC, give you an update on where we are as far as number of drivers and things. Trying to be a little bit more into the role play dialogue next video next week. If I can't come up with a fun little story to tell about one of our BTC drivers. I'll go ahead and get this thing parked. Till next time, happy trucking.